What up? It's out here on my way to martial arts class, and one of the young soldiers asked for this video about the clap push-up. So it's very interesting that that push-up is one of the very interesting push-ups, is what I like to call it, because before you do the tricks, before you doing, I would say, plyometric style push-ups, 'cause that's exactly what it is. You want to master your basic push-up, okay? So from the different push-ups that I've learned over the years, and I'm always learning more or inventing my own, the main thing is that you have to start with basics. So before we do the clap push-up, let's just go over the basic push-up that everyone should know, okay? And then we'll show you some more variations and things like that, okay? All right, so you want to make sure basically that you have a basic push-up. You know, you go down to your basic push-up. If you're over here, go down to your basic push-up, whether you're holding something or you're not holding something. The main thing is you want tension on that muscle. You want tension on that muscle for that period of time. So if I come here and hold these, you know, I get in position, and if my phone don't slip, then I'm just going to be in this position, whether I'm flat on the floor or not. And I basically come down and I want to hold the pressure on the muscle for those amount of seconds, whether it be 10 or 20. You know what I'm saying? And then coming back up, boom, coming down, pushing back off the floor, boom, coming down. So I want to master that push-up, you know what I'm saying? And being able to do about maybe, let's say, 20 of those. In the beginning, you're probably not only able to do about 10 to 15, but you keep on doing it so that you can get better. Now, trying to do about two sets of those, okay? In my other class, we did have a different way that we did it in my first martial arts system. But once again, whether you're holding these or you're doing the palm push-ups, that's what I call them. You want to be able just to go down, come up. Now, when you come down and you come up, this also reminds me of the clap push-up that one of my students was asking me. You can come down and go into your clap. Boom, come back down. Clap, come back down. You know what I'm saying? So you can use that with the push-up, or you can make it a little simpler. How do you make it simple? Get on something that's a lot easier, like your knees. So I will get on my knees, and that's one way I can practice my clap push-up. So I'm on my knees, come down, boom, boom. Okay, that's one way I could practice the clap push-up. There's so many other ways that I normally do it, but I'm just going to give you a few. Get a partner and also do the clap push-up with a partner. How you do that? They're in front of you. Do your push-up, and then instead of you clapping your own hand, you're going to clap your partner's hand. They're going to put out their right hand. You're going to put out your right hand. Clap. That's the easy clap. Push-up, clap. All right? Push up, clap. Push up, visualize your partners there, clap at the same time, and you're right in front of each other. So I just gave you two different ways you can do the clap push up. Now, let me give you a warning. Do not try to do this next clap push up, because you need to get your basic push up first and your basic clap push up first before you try to start doing claps like this. Don't do those, because that takes a lot of strength to be able to do those type of clap push-ups. Thank you for your comment, okay? So once again, clap push-ups requires you to have the plyometrics. Now, when I went to my first school of training, we didn't call this a clap push-up, but I knew it was a plyometric style push-up, which is very effective martial art push-up for martial artists. So we would actually take this here, hop up from here, and go to here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if this was the park, you know, when we in the park, we would actually come from this area and jump up to this area. Boom. Then come back down. Boom. Now you could do that with a partner. or you could do that by yourself. But once again, you got to master the basics, the basic push-up before you start doing all of those other tricks and harder harder style push-ups. You have to master your basic push-up first, which is a basic palm push-up. Okay, clap is not very hard, but there are ways you can also make it easier. For instance, why not try doing it on an easier surface, like instead of do it on the floor, you do it on a table. You're doing something a little higher, because here's the science behind it. One of the hardest ways of doing it is to put your feet up in the air and clap at the bottom. That's one of the hardest ways of doing it. You know, if you want to also make it clap, push up a little harder, then you could do it another way that I like to do it. And I like to put my feet up on this, and my hands are on the floor, and I do the push up, clap from the floor. Maybe I'll demonstrate a little bit. I wish I had my gloves, but I don't really feel like touching the floor today. So, but pretty much, you put your feet up here, and you do the clap that way. Okay, on the floor. Your hands are on the floor, and your feet are up, which is not easy. But when you reverse it, then that means now your hands are here, and your feet are on there. The reverse, and that makes it much easier. And that's a really cool way to practice your clap push-up, or you bring that up higher, or you practice on a wall. Now this is a mirror, but you practice on a wall, and that's the easiest way you could do a clap push-up, is practice it on a wall. Okay, imagine this is a wall. That's the easiest way for you to practice your clap push-up, on a wall. And once again, the science behind it is, as you go down lower, it makes it harder. As you go down low, you make it what? You make it harder. If you reverse it, put your feet up, you made it harder. If you put up your feet again like a freaking handstand, you make it harder. So, just a little info about the clap push-up. Once again, there's a lot of different ways that you could do it and pursue it. Take into clap and also rotation with it. That means going in one angle. That means a clap, and then you hop into another angle. And you can do that in motion, or you can hop first and then do the clap. So it's a lot of different things that you could do, even start to make up your own clap push-ups, but you have to master your basics. Well, how many should I do? Well, if you cannot do 7 to 10 sets of push-ups, then you should not be trying to do the clap push-up, because you're going to need strength. Okay? An easy way to do it is also get a mat so that you are safe. Get a mat under you, and you can try it on your knees and do the clap push-up from there, and make it easier for yourself. So just in case you don't have enough strength, you don't hurt yourself on the hard floor, but you'll be able to fall into the mat, which is nice and soft. Okay? Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. My day is going fine. You know, I've been trying out these super patches, you know what I'm saying, to help me with my workouts. Let me show you the super patches. And I've been having an awesome time on this journey, because I was in the hospital, you know, from not eating the right stuff, and not drinking enough water and all that, not taking my blood pressure medicine. But I'm excited. I got my super patches, and it's been helping me with my training. I got to compete in February 28th, so I've been using super patches. It's better than steroids, drug-free. You already know what it be. So this one right here is called Victory. This is the workout patch. Boom! Guess who stepped in the room? The Victory patch. Workout recovery, strength, all that good stuff. The other one that I want to show you is called Boost. You need to boost it, so I gotta go work out. Boom, this is called Boost. This that good energy, All right, this that good energy. Instead of getting coffee and energy drinks and a monster, what you call that thing, Monster? Yeah, all of those nasty energy drinks. Nah, G. You need the right energy, drug-free energy. All right, let me show you one more before we talk about the clap push-up again and recap. Okay, I gave away the other one called Freedom, which is for pain. This is called Liberty. This is for balance and stability, legs, and also does so many other things. I gotta, actually, I already shared it on one of the community posts, so y'all gotta go look over there. But once again, this is an excellent thing that I'm using at this point in my life and my training. And it's just helping me to deal with some of my injuries of the past. And you know, I have plenty of those, just like today. One of my soldiers hurt his leg. You know, he was in class running and turned his ankle a little bit. But at least we know now that we got other options aside from the rest method, which is rest, elevation, compression. Let me make sure I got it right. Rest, E, elevate, S, can't remember that one. And T is, cold, excuse me, cold. C, I think it's cold. REST, rest. This is the rice method. Rest, ice. S is what is S? I just had it in my brain. And T and excuse me. Why I keep mixing this up? Rice and rest. Oh boy, help me, Lord. Compression, and E is elevate the leg. I was getting in my head. I was looking at rice and rest at the same time. So forgive me for the confusion, but Google it. So back to the clap push-up. Clap push-up is not hard. Once again, you get a surface, it can be flat, and you come up, come back down. Okay? Come up, come back down. You have to get used to stabilizing all of that body weight when you get these clap push-ups on your plate. If you're not used to stabilizing and you find yourself falling, okay, that means that you're not ready for that clap push-up. Okay, so what you should be doing? You should be doing a regular push-up. Okay, and there's several ways you could do that. You can hold this position, get used to holding this. This is called plank, and this is a basic push-up position. You can hold for 30 seconds to a minute. Also, when you get really stronger, you'll be able to come down about right about here and hold that as well, which is much harder. About 1 to 2 inches away from the floor. Hold it. This is next level. It's not that easy, but it's not impossible with God. Okay? Work on those so that when you need to start doing the clap push-ups, you'll have a way more than enough strength to be able to stabilize your muscles. Okay? Don't forget, even though you're working on your arms, you should also be working on your ab exercises. You should also be working on the other muscle groups that connect to that, such as your shoulders. You don't have to use weights, but if you have access to them, you could also cross-train with free weights or universal machines like I do. And what do? Hey, work on the arms, work on the shoulders, work on the arms, the biceps, work on your triceps. Or you could just get something like this and work on your dips. Okay? And you can work on your dips on there. Actually, let me get a couple. I gotta go to class now. Gotta do is get on the end. Get on the end like this and take off your glutes off of the bench or the go down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. And once again, you lock your feet out. It's harder. If you don't lock your feet out, some of the ladies and some of the guys, what we do is we bend our knees, and it's much easier to balance your weight. All right, so clap push-up once again. Master your basic push-up. You're trying to do about 2 to 3 sets of push-ups. Make sure you get rest. It's very important that you get rest in between sets. And if you're a beginner, you're trying to do 10 to 15 reps. Take a break. Repeat. Do you have to do the same amount of sets and reps? every day? No, you don't. Do you have to do push-ups every day? No, you don't. But if you decide to, make sure you play around with the sets and reps. That means it should not be set in stone. Oh, I got to do the old model, which is do that whole procedure for a whole month or 3 weeks. No, don't do it like that. Mix up the sets and reps. It not only makes it fun, but it also makes it better for your muscles from the studies that I did on push-ups with football players and other athletes. Okay? Mix it up a little bit. Play around with the sets and reps. So you could also switch up the exercise. Let's just say you don't want to use the just the push-ups. Maybe you could use the chest press. You know, where you on the machine and you pushing it out, coming back in. Okay? Or you might be using, as I said earlier, the free weights. You know, the dead weight. And you on the bench, lay back, and you pushing off the bench with the free weights. Or you might have the bar. I forgot what you call it. Or you got the bar, where you got the bar with the weights on it, and you pressing it. So many wonderful ways, even with the cable. If you're in a gym and they have a cable machine, and you can use a cable machine. But once again, master your basics, and if you want to be safe, get a mat, and you practice on the mat to master your clap push-ups. Okay? I'm going to take a look at one of the questions, because that was a very good question. God bless you too, my brother. God bless you too, brothers and sisters. Oh yeah, I've been recovering very, very well. Thank you for asking. How many pieces of pizza do I need to eat to hit my protein count for the day? Well, if I was you, I would get it from what's the name of that avocado? I would get it from avocado if I were you. Okay? Or get the protein from beans, legumes, and nuts. Okay, there's so many wonderful ways to get protein, and pizza might not always be the best choice. Not saying you can't eat pizza, but we gotta keep down that dairy and all of that how you call it, all of that sodium, high sodium, okay, and all that grease. Even though it tastes wonderful, but it's better that you get maybe some organic pizza that you can make yourself without all the fluff and all the other added stuff that you don't need in your pizza. Okay? Or put some healthy stuff on your pizza as well, like maybe you're putting beans on your pizza, so now you just don't got the carbohydrates, but you want to also put the this is what I used to do back in the days too, is put the protein on the pizza, whether it be chili or beans, you know, or something else of your choice. Some people eat, you know, chicken, put chicken on a pizza, but you do need the right sources of protein. All right, thank you for that good question. So I'm going over to a class tonight. Yesterday I did back, so today I might be attacking those push-ups. I did some on Sunday, but yesterday I took a break, so I wanted to focus more on my chest and on my back muscles. And I also did my cardio and working on my legs. So once again, I try not to do the same muscle every day, but with so many other different things that you got to do, from cardio to working on flexibility, mobility, space it out so that you get to work on these different skill sets. Okay? And I don't know why my bus is taking forever. And if I was at the karate school, I could have demonstrated the push-ups a little better for you. So look out for a video short where I'll also be showing you the push-ups a little better on the knee, so you can see my whole complete body. Let me see, what time is it? Because if this... Okay. Yeah, it should be coming in a few minutes. But I appreciate your questions. And thank you all for the great comments. I know you're probably going to be going and flowing. So look out for that video on the clap push-up. Salute. Actually, we was doing some on Saturday too with the youth class. And we was showing you how you could also implement the plyometric style push-up with the claps, also with your elbows. Yeah. Not just the elbows going this way, but also going sideways. And there's some other ones that we'll be showing you as well that we doing in the Kung Fu as well. So y'all have a blessed day. If you have any more questions or video ideas, tips, whatever you need, make sure you just put it in a comment, and I'll make sure I'll take a look at it so we can hook you up, okay? So you keep on meeting your goals for the new year. And don't forget, the new year starts in April. This is the Greek New Year. So, knowledge. Just in case they don't teach it in college. Research it, Google it. Okay, y'all. Talk with y'all later.